Welcome back to the Learning MC Phú Sĩ next part of the show, and thank you so much for tuning in next. And folks, we have read the text previous part, so now we'll start doing the exercise number 1 right now. When they tell us to do, it's set right over there with the text we have read, ignoring the gaps. Are these sentences true or false? Alright, so we're now going to answer each one. Then we'll decide if it is true or it is false. Alright, now let's start. The Baileys were expecting their journey to take about 2 years. So, is it true or false? Let's find out the information about 2 years. Alright. 33-year-old Marilyn and Morris Bailey were selling in the... Okay, so I'll let you read, and I will read with you in silent. And now, read in silent. We're gonna find out the answer right now. Okay. The answer, it is false. You know why? You know the reason why? Alright, it said, if you are speculating, try to speculate about the answer, you can see at the end of the text, within 2 years, they had brought another boat and had set the sail again to study wells. So, 2 years is the amount of time they set the sail again and begin for another brand new journey. Not the time they expect that journey will take. Alright? 2 years is the time they bought another boat and set the sail again. Alright? Not expect the journey. Alright, so we're gonna put false for that. False. Next one, number 2. Their yak was struck by a whaling ship. Is it true or false? Let's read. By a whaling ship. Okay, you can see in the paragraph number 1. Line number 8. A huge whale disappearing under the waves. Then they noticed an enormous hole in the hull of the boat. Alright? So, it was struck by the whale and the enormous hole in the hull of a boat and began to sink. Alright? So not by the whaling ship. Alright? Not by the whaling ship. On March 4th, they had just passed a whaling ship. So that's not a information to the question. But we have to find out at the end of the paragraph number 1, alright? So, another false. Number 3. They managed to take enough the food with them from the yacht to survive. Alright. They managed to take the food enough for them to survive. Is the sentence true or false? Let's find out. Okay, so I'm gonna give you the clue. It is at the line number 14, right at the paragraph number 2. Tins of food. Alright, tins of food means very few. Alright, and also if you find out for another clue, it is at the line number 24. 24. As their food supplies were disappearing fast. So, disappearing fast means not enough for them. So the food are not enough. So the sentence will be false. It said enough food, but they said that it was disappearing fast. So not enough food. Another false. Let's find out if number 4 is true. False again. I don't know. Not a book writer. Number 4, Mrs. Bailey was psychologically stronger than her husband. Is that true or false? Seems like to be true. Women now are very brave and huge strength inside themselves. Let's find out. Okay, so if you have read a text before, but remember some information like this, it is in the paragraph number 3 or something like that. It said at the line number number 40, line number 40. Morris Bailey was filled with misery and resignation. He said that the reason they survived was because of his wife's obstinacy and the determination. She kept morale high when I flagged. So that is his wife psychologically stronger than him. Alright, so that information proves to us that number 4, sentence number 4, it is true. Alright, stronger. Oh, so it's number 5. What's for number 5? Is it true or false? They were adrift for over 4 months. Adrift for over 4 months. Okay, so now let's find out if that's true or false. Okay, so line, I'm gonna give you the clue, line number 36. Towards the end of the 3rd month. So the journey just about in months, okay, not years. So towards the end of the 3rd month, they became so sunburned and dehydrated they could hardly move. So that information proves us that the sentence it is false, because the sentence number 5 given said that the drift of them was taken for over 4 months. But here in the text it said that at the end of the 3rd month. So it is very clearly it is a false. Number 5. Wow, so quick. Number 6. They were finally rescued by some fishermen. Is that true or false? Maybe you can read at the end of a paragraph. Oh, no. Line number 45, 44. Almost last. They suddenly saw a fishing boat coming towards them. So the answer is definitely true, because a fishing boat must have fishermen. Alright, so that's true. And the last one, number 7. The Baileys decided never to sell again. Alright, did they decide that? Seems to be false, but is that false? The Baileys drank a lot. Okay, that's not the information we want. We want here is the line number 50. The couple went ashore in Honolulu and flew back to England. Okay, so they keep on selling, not stop it there. After their long journey for more than 3 months, they still went on another one. We'll be right back with the exercise number 2 on this page.